Welcome to Hardheaded Podcast. We're excited that you've joined us.
It's time to join the conversation. All right. Welcome to another episode of Hardheaded. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you. Chet, get your mic fixed before we start, please. It's not like we haven't been planning this all day. Today, we're going to hear what's on Chet's mind. We're going to go over
Maybe if I could get my mic fixed.
the top 3 worst teenage slang terms, and then Troy is going to end it with a good word.
That's a good top 3
So,
idea.
Chet, why don't you tell us what's on your mind besides, I gave that idea. It's the best one ever. It's a really good top 3.
I didn't come up with that top 3.
You didn't?
No. The my sister,
Chet GPT
my
did.
sister's family did.
Oh, very well.
Like or my daughter, because we got
thanks
some
to-
ideas on a mountain adventure.
No thanks to Chet, but thanks to his intelligent family.
The intelligent side of my family. Okay. I've got several things. We're just going to go fast and furious here for a little while.
Hey, it's a great movie
thinking about a few
franchise.
things. No, it's not. Okay. I got some good pickup lines. If you're single and Christian, get ready. These are for you.
Okay.
And if you lay them down on a sweet thing and she doesn't get it, then walk away.
She ain't the one?
She ain't been reading the Bible.
She ain't the sweet thing, right? Sweet
Yeah.
thing.
So last night I was reading through the book of Numbers and I realized I don't have yours.
Come on, man.
Yeah?
Heard it.
Boom, psh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used it.
Hey, is your name Grace? Because you're amazing.
That's a pretty good one.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wow.
If I walked around you 7 times, would you fall for me?
Now, see,
Get it, Jericho.
it's not just 7 times, though.
7 times 7 on the seventh day. You do it 7 times.
But you have to blow the trumpet.
Huh? Well,
So if I walked around you 7 times and blew a trumpet, would you fall for me?
No,
that would be better.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's still good.
That's a good story, though, too, in the Bible. I like that one.
It's straight out of the book of Song of Solomon's. Your hair is like a flock of goats descending from Gilead. That's a great one. Do you know why Solomon had 700 wives? Because he never met you.
Wow.
Yep.
Killing it.
Are you looking for a knight in shining armor? Well, I happen to be wearing the full armor of God. Is that a good one?
That's actually a pretty good one.
Yes.
That one's a good one.
Hey, girl, you know what the Temple Veil and I have in common? We're both ripped.
Oh.
That's my favorite one.
You have to back that one up for sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you and me, we're like the loaves and fishes. We just might be a miracle together.
Miracle.
And then it only took... What?
I think I could get away with ripped. My legs are ripped off. I'm ripped.
Blown off.
You don't need to worry
Ripped
about
would
it.
be a good word.
Okay.
You don't need any pickup lines. You're good.
Yeah. It took God 7 days to create the world, but it took only 7 digits to change mine.
And then you hand them your phone.
Oh, yeah. Here you go. Put them in. Change my world. There you go. So, I've been thinking about
I'm worried about what you've been thinking about.
things I don't get. Like, I just don't get things. Oh, I've got them written down, too. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to cover today. But the first one, and this is all stuff I've just come across here in the last couple weeks. My wife and I went for a little weekend getaway together. And it
Was it Wednesday night?
No.
Oh.
No. A weekend getaway on a Wednesday night?
I'm just wondering because I asked about a Wednesday night and you're like, I gotta spend time with my wife. And then it's like, cause I don't ever get time to do that because, blah, 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 blah.
You're totally misrepresenting the conversation.
No, that's exactly what happened.
I said Wednesday nights, I normally have things to do. That's the night I get with my wife.
Well,
Where the kids are at church.
Troy's looking pretty good.
TMI.
Well, not get with like business.
I don't know.
Well,
That's what you said.
Hey.
It's business time.
Yeah, that is Wednesday night on that song.
It's Wednesday night.
So, but we happened to be in a place there was a lot of traffic. We saw a lot of people, way too many people. Way too many people. But with being an observer, I found out a lot of different things. And I don't get when there's the family in the car, okay? The whole family, husband, wife, kids. When the wife is driving. I just don't get that. I'm not saying it's wrong. And let me explain to the audience. Just because I don't get it doesn't mean I think it's wrong. I just don't get it. I've never been in this situation where we're all in the car as a family and the wife drives, unless it's like a long haul and I'm dangerously close to sleep. That's about it. Other than, and that's maybe
That's pretty
once or twice.
sexist of you, Chet.
It could be. help me get it, Matt. Like, how often does Audrey drive you around?
We do not travel together on 99.999% of all interactions. Whether it's a kid's game, it doesn't matter what it is. We'll drive separate.
Even that has no radius. Like if you're heading to Kansas City.
No, we drove separately to Kansas City.
Okay, let me tell you something I don't get, Troy.
I don't get that.
Why are you taking two cars?
Right. With gas prices above $3. Well,
Listen, I save money on certain things and I spend it on other things. I'm pretty sure you're going to get to. I'm pretty sure you're going to get to one of those that you don't get here in a minute. But it's more for my own personal sanity, really, because I like to get somewhere and I like to be there. I like a chance to relax. I don't like to be rushing around. I don't like to be last minute. I don't like to be late. And my wife is notoriously late and I don't like to be late and it just causes arguments. So we just drive separate.
Okay.
In order to alleviate an argument, because then I can get there and I can enjoy. I'm watching TV, kicked up on the bed in the hotel, and they roll in at, I don't know, they could roll in at 11. I was
Doesn't
asleep.
matter. Doesn't matter.
I was asleep when they rolled in this last weekend.
Yeah. Well, and I know some people, it's like, well, the wife drives the wife car and the husband drives the husband car, and that's just how it is. And I know other people that the wife gets car sick if she's not driving, but I still don't get it. Like, you can't be car sick your whole life. Like, I don't get that either.
Well,
your Hannah drives you
yeah, man, I love it.
all the time.
No, not all the time. We just take turns.
Ashley's driven me to the ER a couple times.
It's like, hey, do you want to drive? Sure.
Yeah.
Or, hey, do you mind driving? No, no, like it doesn't matter. It's no
Like,
big deal.
When I'm getting dropped off at the airport, like most of the time I'll drive and get out. But sometimes, or when I get picked up, especially with Ashley, I just get in the passenger seat because, it's like, and it feels weird. Like, it's just not, this is awkward.
well, now if I've got to go to the airport, my wife drives me to the airport.
But it doesn't feel right, does it?
It really doesn't matter to me.
I'm not saying that you feel wrong. It's just like, this is awkward.
I wouldn't say,
Oh, I've never been on this side of the vehicle before. Like, that's what I think.
It is what it is, Chet.
yeah, I mean,
And I just don't get it.
I think that was one of your most hated sayings.
Yeah, it is.
it is what it is.
I'll tell you another thing I don't get. If you are a homeowner and a male and you are in your 20s and you pay somebody else to mow your lawn, I don't get it.
Those are influencers, man. They can afford it.
No, this dude's not. He has a job where he gets home at like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh man, that means he's got a second shift job. He's too tired, or is it first? 2:30, probably first shift.
Too tired to
Well,
mow.
Too tired to mow.
No. That's 7 days a week. He ain't working that much.
He might be. You don't know that. He might be a Boeing. They're not on overtime or something.
I work a lot. I'm probably there at work the same time he gets there, and I'm just getting home at 6, and I'm still finding time to mow.
I think you're just upset that your son can't mow anymore.
Well, he's
So-
been in college, and I've already given that up. But yeah, now that he's had his knee
He's
surgery,
still
he can't.
sexist. He won't let his daughters mow. That's wrong.
Why not?
Well-
You should give
You
them
won't
the
let them mow?
opportunity.
Huh?
You won't let the girls mow?
There's some allergy situation. When I married into the Trussell family, I married into some weak genes when it comes to allergies.
Whatever, dude. I'm good.
Huh? I'm just saying.
I'm good, bro.
All I know,
Ooh, he just trashed your family's allergies, boy.
I don't get allergies.
I'm going to get my mob and get
Yeah.
you into fetal position.
Don't you shoot them fireworks.
Do you mow your own grass?
No, my wife does it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't chiming in much.
But you don't pay. You don't pay.
No, we
If it came down between
the summer
paying or you doing it, would you do it?
Oh, well, I actually did it last weekend or the other day when we had a break in the rain.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll mow it. It's one of those things. Hannah will be like, "Hey, I mowed the yard today to get some exercise."
I respect it. I respect
Great.
that. I respect Ashley's when I've traveled a lot. She'll mow. She actually started mowing when I was weed eating this past weekend. But the difference is not like the man doing it. It's like being able to do it and then paying somebody else to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I do not get that. If you're in your 20s now, the older you get, heck, your dad still mows. He's in his 80s.
What? So he has something to do.
Well, his neighbor doesn't like it.
His neighbor has started mowing the front yard.
Yeah.
Because he thinks Dad's just going to keel over.
But
one
he
day.
loves it. He likes getting out there.
I know. He loves it. Yeah, give him something to do.
Anyway, I just don't get that at all.
I like to mow.
Yeah.
I like it too. It's therapeutic, especially when I had that big backyard and I was riding lawnmower. That was fun.
Yeah, it's been. I haven't had a riding lawnmower. I've never owned one. My dad did. I grew up mowing on a riding lawnmower because I was way out in the country with a lot of acreage.
Well, I wasn't in the country.
So
We
I
lived on
grew up
almost an
mowing
acre.
like that, and my parents would not spring for a riding mower. I push mowed, and
How
it
many
took
acres?
forever to.
We had like 3.5. Yeah, that did take you
takes-
forever.
it
It took
took
me forever on a riding mower.
Ever because they didn't have zero turns weren't even a thing back
Oh
then.
no, it was
you know,
the Craftsman tractors. What we
and
had.
it wasn't until I was like I think I was probably a junior when they actually broke down and bought a riding lawnmower. I think it was brand new. They paid $350 for it, and it made the job so much quicker. And now, I mean, I like mowing.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't like it back then, especially when I had to push mow. I didn't mind doing it on the riding mower, but push mowing sucked.
I don't like mowing. Well, it depends. This year, typically you start to like to mow. You want to mow when it's time to start mowing, and by the end of the fall, you're like,
You're over
I
it.
hate it. This was the first year I'm like, I hate it before I even started. Like it was.
We've had some good
Think about doing controlled burns in
in
my
the
yard.
subdivision. Yeah.
Just in my yard. You stand out there with the
I
hose.
see.
and keep it.
Well, when I mowed the other day, I taught Noah how to do a little bit of it.
You're at that age where they're
Close.
Yeah, they're not on their own.
He's definitely going to be able to do the whole yard next year.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
And then, dude, I got 4 boys.
You're not gonna have to mow again.
I'm not going to have to mow for
a long time. 30 years.
At least 14 years.
Yeah. We're not even gonna have grass then.
We'll see it in 14 years. You'll basically be with a walker or a wheelchair, so they're gonna have to come back home on the
Whatever,
weekends and
dude,
mow for you
whatever,
anyway.
man.
we got Al Pacino over here having kids at 80.
84.
That'd be you.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
I'm done.
Are we still good? We good on time? I got more. I don't get people that complain.
Sure, go ahead. I don't get it when Chet interrupts and just keeps going.
I don't get when people complain about having to bag their own groceries. Like this whole self-checkout thing has caused people's complaints to go up, and they're still bagging their own groceries. Just shut up and do it. Like that's what we're doing these days.
I don't care. I do hate self-checkout, though. I hate it.
But you know,
Sucks. I want somebody to check
it sounds
me
like
out.
everything I'm bringing up is about Troy, and I don't mean it to be that way. I don't.
Well, we've already discussed this in a previous episode. How
Is that one? Can I read that one? Is that you?
Yep. Tell by his
Is that
face.
you too?
Tell by his face.
do it, read it,
No.
read it. Let's see if it's
I don't
me.
get people that don't dip their thing in the sauce, but they spread their sauce all over their food.
You got
first.
to dip.
I don't get that.
It doesn't have the
You-
same flavor profile.
Well, I don't understand what you mean. Like,
So
is
like
it
if I have
salsa?
fries,
Okay,
I got a basket of fries,
right.
and I got one of them squeezy little ketchup deals.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn it over, and I'm gonna move some fries, and I'm gonna spray it in a big pile,
that's what I do.
and I'm gonna dip it.
That's what I do.
I don't get people that take that and squeeze it all over the French
I
fries,
don't-
and then
Make
they
it-
risk picking up get ketchup all over their hands.
I'm,
Well, and it
I'm
makes
actually
them-
with
it
you
makes
on
them
that.
soggy.
Yeah,
It makes them soggy too. I don't like it.
it
Yeah.
does. And
I
like,
don't get it.
and the thing about
It's not salad dressing.
when you get barbecue nachos and stuff like that at barbecue
Yeah,
restaurants and stuff, you got to eat it fast because
Yep.
them chips are going to get soggy.
And
And you-
queso will do the same thing when they put like wet
Yeah.
queso on the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'm a better give me some melted cheese.
I'm all about some dipping. We agreed on one. Great.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not disagreeing with the activity. I'm just saying I don't get it. Like, I just don't get that. Like, I don't see the reward for the mess. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I could go on, but I'm going to stop. I think we've spent enough time. I may make I don't get it a returning segment on the show because there's a lot of things I don't get in this world.
That's obvious.
The older I get, the older I become, the less I get.
Yep. That happens.
I'm confused.
That happens.
Like you don't get the current state of the Marines.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't get.
I don't get it. We're gonna sound like what was Big on Big because he's like a 12-year-old in a 30-year-old body. He's always like, I don't get it, and he just raised the ranks asking the question. I don't get it. Yeah. Anyway, Chet's texting.
Oh, very well. Well,
we have an air quality alert right now. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. It is
because we're in a room.
It is unhealthy. It's currently unhealthy for sensitive groups.
Troy, get out of here.
Apparently, it's the Trussell
with your weak genes.
The Trussell clan, I guess.
Yes, that's the sensitive group. It's the whole family lineage of the Trussell side.
Oh God!
All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna cover our top 3 worst teenage slang.
Are you driving traffic to your website? Do you have an engaging homepage? Better yet, does your homepage have a video? We recently created a video for a client about his business and the services they provide. Since he placed the video on the homepage of their website, he has had a number of clients specifically say they decided to use his services because of that video. At Trussell Media, we help businesses create engaging videos to host on their websites, email to clients, and use in their social media marketing. Contact us if you're interested in creating a video for your homepage today. TrussellMedia.com. Fill out the form at TrussellMedia.com/contact. Let us help you tell your story through video.
Teenage dirtbag.
Wasteland.
Teenage wasteland.
Dirtbag.
Hey, who plays that?
I can't remember. I would think about it. All of the CSIs had that band.
Is it that?
Yeah.
Is it the Who?
Yeah.
All right,
I thought somebody else did Teenage Wasteland. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure.
we're back.
hey, have you heard of the new Foo Fighters album?
No,
It's pretty good.
yuck.
You don't like the Foo Fighters, man? What's wrong with you?
Dude, can I tell you a Foo Fighters story?
Yeah.
Christopher Walken was hosting Saturday Night Live when the Foo Fighters were on.
Nice.
And you know how they do this, they do the, coming up on Saturday night, I'm your host, Christopher Walken, and we got our musical guest, and they're all on TV screen together.
Yeah.
Well, they were sitting out, Dave Grohl tells the story. He's like, they were setting up in front of the camera, they're about ready to say go, and Walken turns around to Dave Grohl and says, hey, I just want to pronounce your name right. Is the emphasis on the Foo or the Fighters? And Grohl, seizing the opportunity, said, oh, it's on Fighters. And he's like, oh, okay. And so he turned around and he's like, and our musical guest, the Foo Fighters. You can go look at it. It's legit, man. That dude.
That's awesome.
And our musical guest, the Foo Fighters. I didn't know they had a new album, though.
Dude, Walken is hilarious. All right, where are we at?
I interrupted Matt, which I've never done before.
Teenage slang. Troy, what do you got?
All right, number 3.
Are we still in this episode? How long did I go?
You went a long time.
I'm sorry.
I don't think it was that long. It was like 10 minutes.
It's
Okay.
Chet talking is way too long.
Number 3. Bet.
I bet.
What does that mean?
It means
Okay.
they're basically just like taking off the you. Like, hey, you bet, man. Bet. Drives me crazy. Why can't you just say you bet? Why do you gotta shorten it? Anyway. All right, number 2.
Not enough time. These kids just don't have enough time
They-
to
it
mow
can't-
their yard, to finish to finish a word. Go ahead.
They got to get that upload, man. Drip.
No, I'm down with drip.
You down with drip,
Yeah,
yo?
I'm
I
down
like
with
that
drip.
new Magellan drip you got on
That's
there.
drip. That drip is fire.
I don't. Where did they come up with this
That
crap?
sounds like a sexually transmitted disease.
Yo,
That
man.
drip is fire, I bet. You better get yourself down to the clinic.
Yo, Johnny got that drip, yo. He been hanging out with her. What's her
man.
name?
That one doesn't get on my nerves. I like that one.
And number one for me is woke. Hate it.
But that's not like teenage slang.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
more like culture.
That's just
Current
all up
culture.
in there.
Well, it sucks and I hate it.
Yeah.
Woke. Yeah, those are my three.
All right.
Matt, what do you got, man?
All right. I do have an honorable mention
Wait.
that I can put in place of woke,
No. Oh. No.
but I'll hold it. I'll hold
Okay.
it. I'll hold
All right. So, funny story is this actually came up in our recent trip to Kansas City. So we're sitting down at a restaurant, and it was a Mexican restaurant, and we were having chips and salsa, and the family ordered some espinaca that came out.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, but my daughter came out and said, my youngest, goes, man, this queso is bussin'.
Yes. I called it.
And I said, what? What did you just say?
Bussin'.
Bussin'? Like, what? I mean, I get it because I watch YouTube. So, I mean, I know I've heard the word, but why are you using it? Like,
Yeah.
why can't we just say these are some really good nachos? Or these are some really good cheese fries? You know, I mean, I don't know, but it was so funny because then they started, they started laughing or whatever. And then they really started getting into it. And so that brings up my number two, because they brought up number two, and that is sus.
Yeah.
That was my other one.
Yeah.
Because you
so-
can't say the word suspect.
No, you get sus.
You get sus. My kids say that all the time.
And then my number three,
One.
or my number one,
Or three.
all of these could be number one. They all are
Yeah.
equally bad for me.
No cap?
I agree.
Is cap.
I guess two of
And
them.
it's not even no cap. It's just that's cap. It's not
Yeah.
even no cap anymore. It's that's cap.
Yeah.
It's not even bust a cap.
Yep.
Oh, what
cap.
if you busting a cap?
Busting a cap.
That can mean two different things.
So anyway, I was like, I've got to find a
Man.
way to make it to where
Bust a cap.
I use that language enough
I think cap is out already, though.
that I don't know, because there was an African American family sitting behind us as my girls are going through all of this urban lingo. And
They were laughing.
yeah, I was looking back and I could kind of see the dad smiling, because I was just giving my daughters just a rash of crap, and I think he was going right along with it, because I could yeah. And so anyway, we get back to the room, and I was like, whew, you girls better watch out, because them nachos are about to be bussin'. And we're all staying in the same room together. So now I'm trying to find ways to use these words
Right.
to annoy them so much that they never use them again. So that's my goal in life.
What I do is I misplace the use of the word, like you just did.
Right.
The fire and drip. Like I said that fire is drip, and then they were like, "Yeah, you
can't do that.
Yeah,
You didn't
use it right, Dad."
And
And
then
then
that drip. Fire is a description. It's an adjective. You know, I'm like, huh? You know, so
No, it wasn't.
I
Didn't
just
show me
play-
in the dictionary where it says that's an adjective.
there is urban dictionaries. So my number
No,
three.
you don't read that's bad,
Oh, I got one right here for you.
because that's where you learn what a waffle stomp is. But go ahead.
I know what that is from a friend that served overseas.
Oh,
Anyway.
gosh.
Don't look that up. For the benefit of everybody that's listening, don't look that one up. Bussin' is my number three. Let me give you it's typically in relation to food,
Right.
like which.
Oh
that's
man,
good
these
to know.
chips are bussin'.
Well, the Urban Dictionary here gives us a use, an example of it. You know, hey Tay, I didn't know your mama cooked this good. And JJ responds, her food be bussin'. I love dictionaries.
Oh, man.
All right, number two. You guys are gonna have to figure this one out. Tell me what you think it means. She ate.
She ate.
All right, let me give you the context.
Yeah, give me it in a sentence.
You have
It's like a spelling bee.
you have two friends that are juniors in high school going to try on prom dresses, and one of them walks out in a dress, and the other one says, "Oh, she ate."
Is it on a scale of 1 to 5 and she ate?
That's a good one. It's not the number. It's
Fat.
8 is in food. She's fat, right? That's what you're thinking. It's short. It's even it's a shorter slang
For PHAT?
or she ate that up, as in
she
that
ate.
looks very good at
She
you on
ate
you.
that up, yo.
That looks very good on you.
ate.
That's why
Yeah.
she don't fit in that 8. She's wearing a 24.
No, that's a 4, and she ate 8. You know, I don't know.
Oh, she coming out that dress.
So
She ate.
this was happening with my wife being the parent in the room.
Oh, man.
And was like, man, I can't believe that she's talking about her friend that way. I mean, dress was a little snug, but golly.
It was a little snug.
Anyway, and number 1, slay.
Oh, I'm going to slay those nachos.
No, you slay, bro.
You slay. Like you slay.
My kids were using that this weekend, actually.
I don't like that at all.
Slay.
I'm not a big fan. I got an honorable mention too. But you already gave yours?
Yeah, my honorable mention was sus.
Heard.
Heard.
Instead of like I heard that or
Heard.
or okay. Like, hey, can you take out the trash for me? Heard. Like, no.
That's like word.
That's like
when we were
word. Yeah,
kids.
it's short for word. All right,
We
word.
ought to do the top 3 teenage slangs from the 80s.
I got you right here, man. Because I texted my
I
kids.
wasn't even a
No,
teenage in the 80s,
Hold on,
Troy. We'd
hold
have
on.
to do the 90s.
I texted my kids
Well,
and I
whatever.
said, hey, I got some this top 3 I need
Chet
some help
was.
with.
He was
In the 70s.
I was almost in high school in the 80s.
Boomer over here in his gaming
y'all
chair.
don't know what boomer means. I got my kids fired up because I said I need some help. You know, to top 3, kid slang, whatever our top 3 is. They said I don't even know how to pronounce and I don't know what it means. And I said, well, this is what I was going to list, so I need some help. Number 1 is rad. Number 2 is psych, and number 3 is far out. You know, and then they were all
far out. Oh, that was like, dude, you're old.
yeah.
That was definitely the 80s.
They're like, you be capping. I'm eating this bussin' food right now, lunch.
Oh,
That's
man.
not what they said. Anyway,
That's pretty sus.
Wow.
Anyway,
I'm not listening to this episode because I hate it right now. All these
boy,
words.
yeah. I'll tell you what.
This episode is not fire.
No, I'll tell you what. He ate that top 3.
He ate.
He ate.
He ate.
Why don't you ate the good word, Troy?
All right.
Why don't you bust a good word out? That's not sus
Man, this good word be
or
bussin'.
or cap.
Good word be bussin'.
You don't be illin' with this good word.
The Bible be no cap. Bring it.
Villain. Chilling like a villain.
You know that there's youth pastors that are just talking this whole slang right now. All of them do it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard the new worship song?
Oh, no.
Is that the one I sent to you?
Yes.
Yeah, play it. Play it.
Find it. Let me find it.
All right, this new worship song is not the good word.
No.
It might be. It might.
man.
For no cap.
I gotta find it. What do I?
All right, while you're looking for it, the good word is, I know I did this good word a few weeks ago, but you can't hear it enough, is gift. Ephesians 2:8, for by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God. You can do nothing to get to heaven. You cannot do good works to get to heaven. You can't be a good person to get to heaven. But heaven's not the goal. It's a relationship with Jesus. That's the goal. And you can have that right now, right here on earth, if you accept a gift from God. That's a good word. That's good news.
That is the.
That'd be bussin'.
No cap. That's not sus at all.
I gotta find this thing. Hold on. I don't even know what to.
So, yeah.
Well, and I told you too, I still got to find that guy who was talking about that because he was having a real difficult time when he really got into studying and really got to thinking about, all this stuff. And he's like, there's nothing. He came to the conclusion, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing you can do.
It's because it's a gift. You don't have to do anything for a gift.
Yeah, you do nothing for a gift, you receive it. And once you receive the gift, God changes your heart. And so you're going to want to do good things. You're going to grow your relationship with Christ. And so that is going to make you more loving, more generous, it's going to give you the fruits of the Spirit, right? Patience, goodness, kindness, self-respect, or not self-respect. What?
Well, you get your value.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comes through him.
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah. Did you find it?
Found it. All right. This is Gen Z writing praise and worship music.
All right. Here we go. Oh. That is so terrible.
Oh my God.
That is so bad.
That's going to be in your head now.
No, it's
when the
not.
world is mid, you are gas.
And we're out. Mic drop on that.
Thanks for listening to the Hardheaded Podcast. Don't forget to share this podcast with others to help us get the word out.
Also, if you haven't yet, please rate and review the show. This helps our podcast show up in other people's suggested shows that may or may not have listened to us before.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.